The hair loss honeymoon is over. Let me show you what I mean. So, as you all know, I disappeared for 3 months after making 3 hair loss videos a day for over 3 years, collecting over 2,700 hair loss videos. I then swore to never do anymore. I'm done. During those 3 months, whispers, like on Lost on the Island, the whispers. And people say, Nick, I wish you would do these hair videos again. I miss your hair videos. To which I would say, I made over 2,700 of these videos for you. Why don't you just go this way instead of looking for the future? Just go this way to the past and look at the library that I created for you. So then finally I realized, you know what? I do want to continue to do these, acknowledging I'm just going to be rebooting the same videos I've done so many times. But if that's what people want, and they're cool with that, and I'm cool with that, then I guess I should bring these videos back. So that's exactly what I did. So 3 months, I come back. It's only been a week, by the way. It's been a week since I've returned. And you can imagine, I was welcomed back by the people who had waited what they thought would be never again that I would have these videos, but I did return, despite my own surprise. If you had watched that video, I had to come to peace with the fact that there's the artist side of me that really wants to create genuine things. And then there's the entertainer version of me too. And both of them are getting paid from the ads that showed for the video. So it made me feel like a paid hypocrite. That on one side, I was getting paid to, when I did make videos that I actually wanted to that weren't about hair loss, I got paid money to be able to talk about what I really wanted to talk about. But on the other hand, I was making, I knew that all those hair loss videos were much more popular, and I was making money just as an entertainer, even though it wasn't from my heart. So I had to come to a moment of peace with all that. And here I am. So now that I've returned, check this out. These are just a few of the comments that welcomed me back. But it's short-lived. It's short-lived. So, like for example, a video downplaying receding hairline, how I style my hair with a blow dryer and gel. That was an 11-minute video of me hanging out in the bathroom. Very popular video. For example, here is Lelouch Vabritannia had said, quote, "You are looking cool and handsome." Mickey Mouse 5, your hair doesn't look as thin as it did when you were previously making the hair loss videos. So we have all kinds of, welcome back. You really are the living legend of hair loss. Like all these comments are just all over the place the first couple days. Remember, it's only been about a week since I've been back. So keep that in mind. People were very happy to see me back. People were supporting the new videos. Now here's where it gets funny and fun, and it just shows you part of the reason why I did plan to never come back. Because ultimately, I'm dealing with, it's funny, one of my new favorites, no, my new favorite YouTuber, Ryan George, he does the pitch meetings. Go ahead and watch one of his videos after this. I'm so hooked on this guy, Ryan George, hilarious. I 100% endorse Ryan George. So with that being said, he talks about the concept of a disgruntled audience. And it's funny because in the hair loss community, there are, I would say most of you truly enjoy being here. And I truly enjoy you being here. But there's, I don't know, I want to say a quarter, maybe, that just, I'm tobacco. I'm referring to a Simpsons episode in which they created, what was basically a tomato, but it had tobacco inside, so it was called tobacco, and they were addicted to it, and it tasted awful. And that's how my videos are for a lot of people. So proof. I made a video which, such strange responses to this video. No one even answered the question. So here's the video. I made a video called, "Does Bald Cafe Want to Interview Me? Why I don't interview bald men." I'm not saying I want to interview him. I'm saying I'm not personally not going to ask bald men questions. But if they would ask me questions, that's cool. That was the point of the video. Because there's been whispers of him wanting possibly to have me on his channel. All right. Within a couple days, I think it's only been like really 2 days, this video I'm referring to, 179 views. 6 comments, 3 thumbs up, and 5 thumbs down. So people specifically don't like this video more so than because the other one I was telling you about with me in the bathroom, it got like 13 thumbs up and no thumbs down. So it's interesting to see what people specifically like and don't like in all of this. It helps because it's important for me to understand my audience, right? Okay, so here's the comments on this video. Does Bald Cafe want to interview me? Why I don't interview bald men. Okay, well the first video was a very passionate cry for me to do, and I'm going to censor this. Nick, do a video about storming the Area 51. Please, Nick, you are the best. I love you, XOXO. So compliment accepted. And I'll have to do more research to I understand the basic concept of this whole idea about storming the area. I'll have to do more research before I make a video. Okay. But here's some of the other comments. Someone asked me, will I make a video about my high school reunion? Yes, I will definitely have some videos coming up a week from now, because in my real time on Saturday, that's my 20-year reunion, actually. Okay, but here we go. David Roseman. Here's what David has to say. Quote, "You're so obsessed with hair loss, just shave your head and go bald already." And that's 2 thumbs up. That comment received 2 thumbs up. Here's Cameron Crentnoy, who had this to say, and this is all caps, so you know it's angry. He says, "Just grow, put your hair, and get a bob, and stop being obsessed with your hair loss and go to work." Now, of course, I remind everyone, I have a job at a Fortune 500 company I'm good at. It's basically like sales. And on top of that, I have some high side hustles, which my YouTube videos make me thousands of dollars a year. So if you see me making a video, you know right off that I am working in addition to working. So I'm actually still doing what the guy's saying. I am working. I'm making this video and you're watching it, and I made money from the ad. So thanks for helping me work. If you don't watch my videos, I don't make money, right, from these. But then here's another one. Daniel Catt. Here's what he says, quote, "You're the biggest idiot." And then it switches gears into all caps. So then he got angry after he typed. He's like, "You're an idiot." And then he just got angry. And then he had this to say, quote, all caps, "Just do Rogaine, take Propecia or anything, and calm down about hair loss." Okay. And then the last one on here, "To Dan!" exclamation point. Here's what he said, quote, "Your," and now let me definitely point out that it's misspelled. It's like possessive, like not like you are, but Y-O-U-R, the word your, like your hair. And Daniel Catt did the same thing. "You're the biggest idiot." And then now to Dan, "You're obsessed with hair loss." And then I'm not going to say the word, but let's just say that it is a slur against homosexual men. So you can tell there is an outcry specifically in this video. I really got on some people's nerves there. But right after that, though, then we went back to normal and all positive comments and none of that stuff. But it is interesting. And the reason I'm making this video is just to remind everyone, and this is part of, since I've came back, this is one of the things I keep saying, who belongs to the hair loss community? Anyone who shows up and watches these videos ultimately is one way to figure that out. You don't have to actually be losing your hair. You can have a perfect head of hair, but be so worried about it that you spend the next 20 years of your life worrying about something that may not actually happen. So it's interesting because when I'm dealing with that group of people, I have some people who are emotionally intelligent enough to understand and comprehend that, and to comprehend the main message I have in these videos, which is that this is not about how to save your hair. These videos are about how to reinvent your identity so that you don't care that you're losing your hair. And those same people that said you're an idiot and you're a slur, homophobic slur, those people who misspelled the word "your," those people, they're not able to understand that I am a creator providing for my audience. They can't comprehend that there's monetary advantage in making these videos. They can't understand that. They assume, and that's one of the new things I'm going to be addressing more in my new hair loss videos. I'm going to be reminding, as I'm reading through comments, what I'm going to be doing is dissecting psychologically what they're going through as an individual watching and commenting. They want to believe. See, that 25% of my audience that looks at me as Tamako. They just hate me, but they keep coming back. And they'll always be here. But I think it's important to acknowledge for them, for that group of people that will always be here, they can only see me in terms of how they see themselves. They can only see me as a 38-year-old guy who should not be making videos because he should be going to work, which I do go to work. This is one of the things I do for fun on the side that happens to make me money. Go to work, make money. How about I go to work, make money, and make money here? But they also assume that I am obsessed with hair loss. They assume that I am obsessed with hair loss. By the way, if you're wondering the thing about me wearing shades, and I say that I tend not to wear my actual prescription glasses because of the glare, okay, like, maybe see, by the time we get okay in this eye, okay, if I were like right here, but that wouldn't really work. It's so much easier to film these videos when I have glasses on and I can see, but then the glare messes with my eyes, and like, sometimes what? So, ultimately, the point is, some people will always perceive me as being obsessed with hair loss, because in their mind, a guy who would make this many videos could only truly secretly be obsessed with his own hair loss. There's no way that this grown man with a lot of emotional intelligence and a full-time career could actually be making these videos to help everybody in the audience, even the 25% of the people who will not allow themselves to be helped, the incels, the people who get angry that I'm not using Propecia or getting a hair transplant, the people who get angry and say that I'm obsessed. They can only see it from that limited perspective. The majority of the viewers get what it is. This channel ultimately is sort of tongue-in-cheek. I'm not here to make fun of people with hair loss, but I am, to some degree, here to make fun of the concept that maybe there's a little too much thought going into this. And the fact that I make so many videos about it, actually, tongue-in-cheek, is a way for me to address the fact that people are way too obsessed about a thing, that if they allow themselves to not be obsessed about hair loss, but instead become obsessed with your male identity and reinventing who you are so that you are actually confident, or at least you make people think that you're confident, and you become a more attractive person. I recently made a video where I talked about what if you embracing your hair loss actually made you more attractive to females despite your hair loss. And that video was not well received. People got angry about that. And see, that's what I'm working with a lot of my viewers. They don't want to accept that. What they want to accept is that this whole time there's been a cure for hair loss, and oh wow, look at this guy, look how popular he is on YouTube with his hair loss videos. Surely he knows the cure for hair loss. And the irony of it is, there is no hair loss cure. I don't perceive that there ever will be, and if there was, I don't care. But I hold the actual cure, which is to psychologically overcome it. But as a 38-year-old man, I have emotional intelligence that a 16-year-old boy cannot understand, that a 20-year-old guy cannot understand. That is the value of this. So am I obsessed with hair loss? As long as you say I am, then I am, because anything you believe is true in your own mind. But I will tell you this, there's no way that this channel could be this popular if I didn't know what I was talking about as far as psychologically addressing the issue. But 25% of people will still see me as perceived as obsessed with hair loss. 25% of the people watching my channel will basically just hate my videos and misspell the word your and use all caps. They don't have control over their emotions. They're angry. This random guy on the internet has the ability to make people angry by saying, forget about saving your hair. Why don't you save your identity and your confidence? And that makes people angry. But that tells you where they're at in life. As I keep doing these videos, I really want to get straight to the source of looking at the fundamental confidence issues that are going on and how you actually have control over that. I am Nick Shell. I am the living legend of hair loss. Your comments belong right here.